Yo guys, what's going on? It's Speddy. Some of you may be wondering why I'm dressed like an alien, and the short answer to that is Transmog. In today's video, I'm going to go over some of the best looking skins you can obtain in New World in preparation for the Transmog update coming mid-season. There's no official date yet, but you can expect to see Transmog sometime in August. Now the skins I'm going to go over are pieces of gear or weapons you can get from farming mobs or in certain expeditions. I'm not going to cover skins that are buyable from the store. These are entirely free, but might just take some time obtaining. If you'd like to see how any pieces of gear look that you don't own, then I'd suggest going over to the New World Guide website. The link for that will be in the description down below. They have a 3D model that shows you how the gear looks on your character, so I would suggest checking that out. As you can see from what I'm wearing, I look very angry Earth-like, and that's because I currently have on the Blighted Growth armor, which you can get from the Blighted Greenskeeper, which is the final boss in the Garden of Genesis expedition. You can also look like this, which is the Siren's gear that you can farm from the Barnacles and Black Powder expedition's final boss. Or one of my favourites is the expedition's captain, which you can farm from Captain Thorpe in the Depths expedition. On to some faction gear, and in my opinion the best looking faction has to go to the Syndicate's Plague Doctor look. If you like the look of this skin, then the only way you can get this is by buying it off of the Syndicate faction vendor, so if you aren't Syndicate or don't want to change, then unfortunately there is no other way of obtaining this skin. The second best looking faction skin has to go to the Covenant's heavy chest with the cape. The Marauders got done dirty, that's all I have to say about the look of their armor. Next we have this look, and I kind of like this one, especially with all of the fur. The helmet, chest piece and gloves you can farm from the Ennead expedition, and the boots and legs you can buy from the trading post or craft them yourself. They come under the infused fur armor at the crafting station or on the trading post. Single armor wise, I like the way that this heavy prestige chest piece looks. You can get one of these as a reward from the PvP reward track. This armor can go well with anything. If you're not a fan of the colors, then you can always dye the different sections of armor. This look could go well with existing skins you already own, and even ones you can get for free by watching Twitch, which by the way I am live streaming over on Twitch, so you can get drops from me whenever the drops go live. The link will be in the description down below. The Heavy Smile breastplate is also a very nice looking skin. It has half a loose cape on the back, so if you like your capes or anything hanging off the skin that moves when you run, then this is a pretty solid looking chest piece. You can get this from Mutated Dynasty Shipyard. Also, the Grand Dominator's plate is a nice looking chest piece. It sort of reminds me a bit of a Roman style Centurion, just with a bit more chunk to it. You can get one of these from the PvP reward track at level 25 onwards. In my opinion, these are the best looking gloves in the game, and these are the Sorcerer Hunter Gauntlets. The gloves can look nice paired with pretty much any other piece of gear or skins in the game. These can be dropped by just about anything in New World, but because all the mobs have such a big loot pool, the chances of getting these are limited. But you can buy them off the trading post if there are some being sold. A solid chest piece you can pair these gloves with is the Foreboding Cloak, and again you can farm these from low level mobs or buy it off of the trading post. Unfortunately, there aren't a lot of good looking hoods on the game, but if you can change the colour of them once they are transmog, then I would recommend getting the Forest Warden's hood or the Wizened hat from the Tempest Heart expedition. As for foot armor, I love the way the Admiral's peg looks, so if you want to have one foot and one peg leg, then you can pick this up from the Barnacles and Black Powder expedition. Probably one of the coolest looking foot armors in the game in my opinion. And now going over some weapons, I'm a huge fan of the way most of these Stormbound weapons look. To get a Stormbound weapon, you have to do mutated Starstone Barrows and hope that one drops for you. For example, here we have the Stormbound Greatsword, and it looks amazing. I like the Aztec lines that go through the weapon, it just looks like a 10 out of 10 in my opinion. For a cool looking Ice Gauntlet, we have Swathe. You can get this from the PvP reward track, but again, that might take some time to obtain, but it does look really cool anyway. Next we have the Bone Wrought weapons, and these look really nice as well. They are only obtained in Lazarus Expedition, and because of this they might take some time to obtain because you have to wait for Lazarus Expedition mutation to be on the rotation. The only downside to hatchets is that because they are so small, you rarely see them when you're in combat, but it does look really cool anyway. As for Great Axes and Warhammers, I don't know why, but I kind of like the way these mutated variants of the weapons look. So these are the Eternal variants, and you can only get these from any mutated expedition as long as it is a Void mutator. You can get other colours as well, like Hellfire is red from a Flame mutation, and Overgrown would make them green from a Nature mutation. They are fairly bright, but I still think they look good anyway. Another really good option for a Warhammer is the Winter's Warhammer, and to me it kind of looks like an upside down bongo drum, but is one of my favourite Warhammer skins in the game because of how chunky it looks. You can get this from buying one off of the trading post for fairly cheap. If you want a pretty decent looking bow skin, then you can get the Corrupted Hearts bow. You can get this as a drop from Tempest Heart Expedition, or if you've ran the expedition a few times, you can craft this bow at an engineering station, providing you have all the items to craft it. Probably one of my favourite bow skins in the game. As for tower shields, there are only two I would consider to look pretty cool, and they are the Narade Tower Shield, which can be farmed in the Barnacles and Black Powder Expedition, and the Defender of the Sands, which you can get as a reward from doing the Season 2 main story quests. And if you're after a cool looking Void Gauntlet, then the Corrupted Heart Void Gauntlet is a very good shout. You can get this from running Tempest Heart Expedition from any mobs, and I'm a big fan of the way this looks, especially with the pattern it has on it. Probably one of my favourite Void Gauntlet skins at the moment. And if you're after a unique looking Fire Staff, then you can farm this Pirated Fire Staff from the Barnacles and Black Powder Expedition. Any mobs inside can drop it, so it shouldn't take you too long to get at all. I like the gold look and the fire burning right at the top. Looks really good all around and stands out better than the standard looking Fire Staff skins currently in the game. So there are some skins you can obtain yourself in preparation for the Transmog update coming in August. If you already have an outfit in mind, then join my Discord, which will be linked in the description down below, and send me a picture of how you're going to look. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, have an amazing day.